Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by razor bumps. Keep it up if you've tried every product on the market, followed all the expert advice, and still can't get rid of them. If your hand is still up, this video is for you. I'm about to challenge everything you think you know about shaving and skincare. We're going to break down the myths, expose the lies, and give you the real solution to banish razor bumps for good. Are you ready to step up your shaving routine and be done with razor bumps for good? I'm here to help. Over the next few minutes, we'll go over the main reasons why razor bumps are so common among Black men. But more importantly, we have some easy tips on how to prep your skin and shave to avoid razor bumps. I'll even get into some specific recommendations of products that I actually use, as well as a few products to avoid, unless you want to walk around looking like that old Martin Swole face. But before we get any deeper, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so I can know what content you actually want to see. We'll start off with what you probably have already figured out. Most mainstream grooming advice isn't for you because it isn't made with curly hair in mind. Worse yet, trying to use mainstream shaving advice is a great way to end up in an endless cycle of skin irritation and inflammation. Traditional shaving advice is made for Tom Cruise. It isn't made for you. Curly hair grows from curved follicles, creating a spiral shape fundamentally different from straight hair. This curvature means that as the hair grows, it's more likely to curl back towards the skin, potentially leading to ingrown hairs and razor bumps. Also, curly hair is often more fragile and prone to breakage, especially when it encounters the harsh dragging of a razor. This can result in sharp, broken hair tips that are even more likely to penetrate the skin as they grow back. The standard recommendation to shave against the grain can be disastrous for us with curly hair. The push for a close shave often leads to irritation, ingrown hairs, and razor bumps. The closer the shave, the more likely the hair is to curl back into the skin before it even breaks the surface. Dermatologist Joshua Zeichner advises shaving with the grain to reduce the occurrence of ingrown hairs, even if it doesn't provide as close a shave. Instead of cheaping out and getting a Gillette razor, spend a bit of extra cash and go with a bevel safety razor. I thought it was all hype until my barber switched over and started using it. I haven't had a razor bump since making the switch, and he recommends it to all his clients. If you're on a budget, there are all sorts of bevel knockoffs on Amazon, but be careful. Half of them are made somewhere like Pakistan, so check the reviews. And stay away from the Dollar Shave Club blades. They just aren't made with us in mind. Traditional shaving creams and gels only make the problem worse. Most contain harsh chemicals and artificial fragrances that can dry out the skin and hair, making them both more brittle and prone to irritation. Ingredients like alcohol, common in aftershaves, can lead to increased inflammation, a huge problem if you already have sensitive skin. Swap out your generic drugstore shaving cream with Aaron Wallace's Clear Shave Gel. It's water-based and comes packed with soothing ingredients like lavender and oat flower to reduce any post-shaving inflammation. Shea Moisture also has a shave butter that I've used off and on for a couple years now. Shaving curly hair demands a shaving routine that works with your hair's curl pattern rather than against it. So, are you ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about getting that perfect, smooth, close enough to kiss shave? Let's look at the most common shaving products and techniques. Multi-blade razors can actually increase irritation and ingrown hairs for men with curly hair. Each blade lifts and cuts the hair, potentially below the skin surface, making it more likely to curl back and become ingrown as it regrows. We've already talked about your shaving cream, so let's talk about your pre-shave prep. Proper skin prep is usually ignored. Ideally, you want to make sure your skin is warm and moisturized before starting to shave, because it softens to the hair and makes it easier to cut. That's why your barber should be using a warm towel to get you ready before putting a razor on your skin. Another trick for preventing razor bumps is through regular exfoliation. It removes the dead skin cells that can clog hair follicles. Just be sure to stay away from the harsh scrubs with crushed rock and random pellets that can irritate your skin. My girl got me this vibrating face brush from Butterskin, and I swear by it. Adds like a minute to your grooming time, but the difference started to show up in less than a week. Now that we've gone over all of the problems, let's get through the winning shave routine that will have you as smooth as butter. Consider switching to a single blade razor or electric trimmer, which are gentler on the skin and reduce the risk of cutting hair too short. Make sure you're using a good shaving cream or gel like the ones we recommended earlier. Proper preparation is crucial. Dr. Joshua Zeichner, a New York City dermatologist, advises shaving during or after a warm shower when the skin is moisturized and the hairs are soft. Apply a moisturizing shaving cream, letting it sit for 1 to 2 minutes before you start shaving. This allows the product to soften the hair and protect the skin. When shaving, go with the direction of hair growth instead of against it. While this might not give you the closest shave initially, it significantly reduces the risk of ingrown hairs and razor bumps. For those dealing with chronic issues, alternative hair removal methods like depilatory creams might be worth exploring. To treat existing razor bumps, start with gentle exfoliation. Use a soft brush to remove dead skin cells and guide hairs out of the pores. This helps prevent ingrown hairs and can train the hair to grow in a single direction, reducing future occurrences of razor bumps. Right now, you may be thinking, this may be all good to avoid razor bumps, but how do I get rid of them if I already have them? Exfoliation lays the groundwork, but the real magic happens at the molecular level. A few simple ingredients can reprogram your skin cells to resist razor bumps altogether. Scientifically backed ingredients work with your skin's natural processes to prevent and treat razor bumps effectively. Salicylic acid and glycolic acid are 2 key ingredients that will help. Salicylic acid penetrates deep into the pores, dissolving dead skin cells and unclogging follicles, while glycolic acid accelerates the skin's natural exfoliation process. Together, they help prevent ingrown hairs, reduce inflammation, and minimize the risk of hairs re-entering the skin. For existing bumps, hydrocortisone and bacitracin ointments can provide relief. A 1% hydrocortisone ointment reduces inflammation in new angry red bumps, while bacitracin ointment protects and heals potentially infected areas. When selecting skincare products, look for those labeled as non-comedogenic. These formulations avoid clogging pores, which is crucial for preventing irritation and ingrown hairs, especially for individuals with sensitive skin. You can also opt for laser hair removal, but we will get into that another day. Getting a smooth shave and killing the razor bumps is achievable, but it isn't about finding some miracle product. The trick is to understand your hair and skin type and do what works for us. With patience and consistency, you can achieve the smooth, bump-free complexion you've always wanted. Be sure to share any video requests or ideas in the comments.